You know, in just about any workplace, there's this one frustrating mystery that pops up again and again: inconsistent performance. Well, today, we're going to see how a really foundational concept called standard work is the key to finally solving it for good.
Have you ever asked yourself this? Or maybe you've seen that one star operator who, just crushes their numbers every single day, while everybody else seems to be struggling to keep up, and nobody can really explain why. It feels like a total puzzle, doesn't it?
Well, the truth is, these aren't just random quality problems or little efficiency gaps. Fundamentally, they are standard work problems. Because if everyone is just doing things their own best way, then you don't really have a process you can improve on. You just have chaos. So, to really start making things better, we have to first identify the real enemy of consistent results. And believe me, that enemy has a name. It's variation. Think about it for a second. If you don't have a documented baseline way of doing a task, how in the world can you know if a change you made actually improved anything? The answer is, you can't. You're just reacting to one inconsistency after another, constantly fight or flying instead of actually making real, solid progress. And this gets right to the core principle of lean manufacturing. Establishing a baseline, a standard, isn't just some nice to have. It's the absolute non-negotiable first step to getting better. It is the foundation for everything, and I mean everything that comes next. So the solution we're talking about is standard work. But let's be really clear about what that actually means, because let's be honest, it's got a bit of a bad reputation that it absolutely does not deserve. So many people hear standard work, and they immediately picture a dusty old binder sitting on a shelf, full of boring, robotic rules that just kills creativity. But the reality? It's a dynamic, living, breathing tool. It's simply the best known, safest, and most efficient method we have for now. It's not the finish line, it's the starting line for improvement. So what does good as standard work actually look like then? Well, it's not just some random list of instructions somebody typed up. It's built on three absolutely essential pillars. First, you've got tact time. Just think of this as the heartbeat of your operation. It's the pace you need to hit to meet what your customers are demanding. Second, there's the work sequence. This is like the recipe, the precise, exact order of operations. And third, you have standard in-process stock, which acts as a buffer, making sure you have just enough inventory on hand to keep the whole process flowing smoothly without any hiccups. And believe me, that work sequence matters way more than you might think. Let's say one operator clamps a part and then checks a gauge, but the person on the next shift checks the gauge first. That tiny little difference, that small variation, can change the cycle time. And if it adds just 7 seconds, that can literally add up to thousands of dollars in lost capacity over a year. Tiny changes have a huge impact. Okay, this is where it all comes together. This is where we unlock the true power of standard work. Because it's not about stopping improvement. It's the engine that actually drives improvement. And the best way to visualize how this all works together is with a really simple but really powerful analogy: a staircase. So your current standard, that's the floor you're standing on right now. It's your stable base. Then, through Kaizen, or continuous improvement, you find a better way to do the job. That's taking one step up. But here, and this is the critical part, you have to immediately document that new method. That step now becomes your new floor. Because if you don't, you know what happens. We all do. You'll eventually just slide right back down to the old way of doing things. Old habits die hard, right? Documenting that new standard is what locks in your gains. It's what makes them permanent and prevents you from slipping backwards. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually take this powerful idea and make it a reality in your own workplace? Well, it all starts by going to the Gemba. Now, that's a Japanese term, and it simply means the actual place, the place where the value is actually created. For you, that might be the factory floor, a hospital room, or even a software developer's desk. So, here is your mission. Tomorrow, I want you to go to your Gemba. Pick just one single workstation and just watch. Look at the posted standard work, if there even is any, and ask yourself, is that what the operator is actually doing? Does that standard work include the tact time and the work sequence we just talked about? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then congratulations. You've just found your single biggest opportunity for improvement. And that really leaves us with a final thought. All that variation, all that frustrating inconsistency, it's not just some mystery you have to tolerate. No way. It's a signpost pointing you directly to your next big win. The only question left is, what's the biggest opportunity hidden at your Genba?
Thank you for watching the videos and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the content, ring the bell and like and subscribe. If you want to learn more about operations management, check out the books at the links in the description below.